Hello Aries, this is Victoria from Mindful Bamboo and I'm here with your June tarot forecast. Welcome to my channel, whether you're new or you're coming back. And as always, we'll be looking at your love situation, your career and workspace, and we'll get you some advice from the universe to yourself and how to utilize this energy of the months in the best possible way. I will also get you some messages from a person of interest to yourself at the end of the reading, so stick around. And as always, I'm starting with an oracle deck, so let's see what the wisdom of the oracle is going to tell us. What's important to know, what's the focus, what's the buzz for... Oops, cards are running away from me. What's important to know for Aries? Yeah, that's just not working out, sorry guys. Okay, I'm just gonna give it a couple of shuffles just in case. Of course, remember that this is a general reading, so take what resonates for you and what doesn't. Also, this is a reading for Pisces Pisces in Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus sign. So if you're checking this for your Sun sign, because your Sun is in Pisces, you may want to check out your other readings for other placements as well. What do we have for Aries? For Aries, yes. I was doing a reading for Pisces, so yeah, I guess it got to me. It was a good reading. Okay, we got Treasure Island. Ooh, I like this. This is one of my favorite cards in this deck, actually, because of the message, but also because of the artwork here. I love this chest on the back of the tortoise and all the hearts. It's like, yeah, there's really some sort of a discovery for you in stock in these months, right? But it's important to have the eyes to see it, to notice it, to appreciate it. That's when it's fully gonna unfold for you and you'll be able to see all the aspects of what it has to offer, not like directly like what it is exactly, right? But also see certain nuances. And a lot of this treasure is going to be in the nuances, in the details. That's what I'm getting. Okay, let's get to tarot now. See what we have for Aries in June. For your love situation, we have Nine of Swords, Eight of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles. Okay, don't see much in the relationship, to be honest, but I keep giving a disclaimer from time to time that in this first part of the spread, it's a more kind of a personal, vibrational, personal, intimate surrounding kind of vibe, right? So sometimes it's about your love relationship with someone, with somebody else. Sometimes it's more personal, more inwardly facing. And actually, that is a very important relationship in your life. Let's put it that way, right? So it makes sense that sometimes I get messages that are actually related to me, myself, and I, more than like when it comes to another person. For your career space, we have Eight of Cups, another Eight, to Nines, to Eights, Three of Wands, Knight of Cups. For advice, we have the World, Sagittarius energy. You can be dealing with the Sag, Page of Pentacles, and Ace of Cups. Look at that. Hope and new beginning in love. Bottom of the deck, Ten of Swords. Yeah, so there's some sort of an ending of a cycle as we well, and actually we just had full moon very recently, and now we're already in June, so I'm getting that it's like was the last quarter that we're in. There is like this summary or some like summarizing what you've been through probably in the last lunation cycle since I got the downloads about the moon position, right? So whatever has been happening to you in the previous 28 days, right now is the time to kind of harvest the crops and see what it was all about, and what out of all these things, people and activities, what do you want to live in your life and what do you want to part with. And it's important to have that distinction and to do both. The more conscious you are about it, the easier it will be for you to move on from the anxiety that you're experiencing to the happiness. And again, this is happiness in your own skin, you know, in your own right? Just as you are, without needing external validation or somebody else by your side to be content, to be joyful. But some work needs to be put in here to move to here from here, right? And that's why it's important to be conscious of what is happening. The universe is giving you clues. That's what I'm getting. And actually, about the end of the cycle, the world is another big clarifier or another big clue about it. You know, the universe is helping you go through full cycle and like close off certain things. Check them off your list. You know, things that you've experienced, that you've seen, that you've learned, and you've passed your exam. You don't have to stick with it any longer, right? But yeah, you will be required to make some free will choices in terms of what it is and how do you want to proceed. For a career space, speaking of which, is also there's the going, leaving something behind energy with 8 of Cups. There's also the energy of going towards something, right? And we have the Knight of Cups. So as much as messages of love or communication of love is not something that we normally would talk about in a workplace or in a career section, right? This is more about you approaching your next steps or the direction that you're supposed to choose with an open heart, and choose the choice that will be a loving choice to yourself and to other people involved. You know, just think about it again as I'm saying it. Even if it's a business decision, it's still supposed to be kind and compassionate to yourself and to other people involved. And that's what's going to define whether you want to leave some offers behind or some people or some projects, or you want to continue working with them, or you want to wait for something completely new. 3 of Wands could mean either or, actually, right? So if, let's say, you have one current project, one opportunity, neither of them actually correspond to those loving, compassionate standards, right? Maybe don't take either of those, right? And just send that message out to the universe that you're looking for something more high vibrational, something that's not just gonna bring in the money or the fame or formal success, but that will feel good for yourself. So that also at the end of the working day, you don't have to do like extra work to get yourself back to a grounded, balanced state where you can enjoy your life. A lot of people live like that, I know that, but this is like a wake-up call to stop doing it if that's what you've been doing recently. And yeah, going into the advice space, here we have the World. So I mentioned that this is actually, this could be travel for some of you, but most importantly is the closing the cycles here, of closing the cycles of where you didn't have the courage to be in the spotlight or to really show yourself, right? It's not even necessarily just generally be in the spotlight, but this is showing your true self. And for Aries, it's actually very important to be able to do that. So you're being asked to rethink and revisit what your needs, wants, and passions are, to put them forward, right? And that's when this new opportunity of love comes in. When you are expressing that love to yourself and others in every aspect of your life. Not just like on a date with another person, right? But day in, day out, all day, every day. Okay, let's get you some messages from your person of interest to yourself. Messages for Aries from their person. right. We have the Hierophant, 10 of Cups, and 4 of Pentacles. So you could be dealing with a Taurus, but generally speaking, your person sees you as this important part of the local community or important part of your friend group, you know, whichever community you two consider yourselves part of, right? Like you are a trailblazer, I'm hearing, and you are actually setting the whole group for success with your ideas, with what you communicate, with how you approach things, right? And that's the beautiful part that they love about you. Although they understand that a lot of times they kind of have to share you and your energy, your time with those other people, but they don't mind that because it's one of the reasons they admire you and they want to stay with you. However, because so much is going into that, a lot of times they feel like you are holding back in what you're expressing in terms of your feelings and emotions, and that's something they feel like you can use some sort of soul searching or analysis, whichever therapeutical method is closer to you, maybe additional meditation practice to understand why, what could be behind it, because your person wants to work with you on it. They want to help you get out of that energy, but they cannot name that root cause for you. Even if they have some ideas, they know it's not their place to do it. So it's for you to figure out, Aries. Okay, I hope this has been useful for you guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the video, and I'll talk to you again very, very soon. Bye, everyone.